For the help session today, this video is going to go over a couple practice problems of finding the greatest common factor of two numbers using prime factorization. So I'm going to go ahead and split my paper up here into two sections, and I'm going to start here by finding the greatest common factor between 14 and 28. So let's review quickly that greatest means the largest number that is in common between 14 and 28 that you could multiply by to get either 14 or 28. I could list out all of the factors of 14 and all of the factors of 28 and find which one is the greatest, but it is more efficient for me to find the prime factorization, use those prime factors to find my GCF. So I would pause this video now, try this on your own, and then when you are done, play the video to see how you did. Okay, let's go and see how you did on this. So 14 can be broken down into 7 times 2. Now this is a pretty easy number to do the prime factorization of because 7 is prime and so is 2. So we don't have to break this number down any further. Now let's look over here at 28. Well, I know that 7 times 4 is 28. Well, 7 is a prime number, so I'm going to circle it. But 4 can continue to be broken down into 2 times 2. Well, I know 2 is a prime number, so I'm going to circle the 2's. And as you can see, I have broken down 28 into all of its prime factors, and I have broken 14 down into all of its prime factors. So now I'm going to list them. So 14 is 7 times 2. And 28 is 7 times 2 times 2. Now I'm not done yet. These are only my prime factors. This isn't my greatest common factors, but I'm going to use them to help me find that. So what's in common between 14 and 28? Well, I see, sorry about that. I see that there is a 7 in both 14 and in 28. So 7 is a common factor. I also see that 14 and 28 both have a 2. So 2 is another common prime factor. I will not include this 2 because 28 has another 2, but 14 does not. So they're not in common. So you're going to go ahead and take 7 times 2, which are the common prime factors of 14 and 28, and multiply them together to get 14. This is your greatest common factor between 14 and 28. 14 times 1 would give you 14, and 14 times 2 would give you 28. Now let's try to find the GCF of 36 and 81. Pause the video, try this on your own. We'll do it together. All right, let's see how you did. So let's break 36 down first. So I know off the top of my head that 36 breaks down into 6 times 6. You may have broken this down into 12 times 3 or 9 times 4. Any of those are going to work because eventually we're all going to get down to the same prime numbers. 6 breaks down into 3 times 2, and so does this 6 over here. Now remember, I'm going to go ahead and circle all my prime numbers just to double check and make sure I list them all, and I also can't break this number down any further. Now let's go ahead and do 81. Well, 81, I know that 9 times 9 is 81. But the 9s can be broken down into 3 times 3. So again, I'm going to go ahead and circle all my prime numbers to make sure I list them all, and also to realize I can't break 81 down any further. So 36, its prime factorization is 3 times 3 times 2 times 2. My prime factorization of 81 is 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. So now I have to use these prime factors to find out the greatest common factor. So let's find out what they have in common with our primes. Well, they both have a 3 here. They both have a 3 here. And that's it, because 36 has 2 2s and 81 has 3 3s, but they do not have them in common. So the only common prime factors of 36 and 81 are 3 and 3. And 3 times 3 is 9. So the GCF, or the greatest common factor of 36 and 81, is 9, because 9 times 4 is equal to 36, and 9 times 9 is equal to 81.